and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is the daily drama for Thursday, September 28th. Time's flying, people. Before you know it, Christmas will be here and another year over. Oof. Anywho, let's see what's going on today, or for tomorrow, because I'm recording it the day before. But we have what the masculine is thinking, how he should be thinking, how he feels, how he should feel, what might be blocking him, how he can move past those blocks, advice for him from the universe. The same for the feminine side, and then advice for the union in the middle. So let's see what's going on with the masculine. Well, he's thinking sexual attraction, which is attraction or relationship. And he's thinking lovers, which is relationship, twin flame, soulmate, having to make a choice in regards to a relationship. And you also have mistake. So he's thinking about his mistakes, either involving, well, probably involving this situation and perhaps the situation that he's in, because the going theme was that the masculine has been involved with someone else. So maybe he's having these epiphanies, and he's realizing that he chose the wrong person, or he's made a mistake in this situation. Let us see what's going on here. Mistake. Mistake. This is l'amante. This is the female lover. So maybe he's thinking that he made a mistake, not accepting the love of the feminine. Mistake. Because of ego and arrogance. You know, only thinking about himself, maybe making choices where he was only thinking about himself. And he's now having regrets, and he's longing to be with the feminine because he realized he made a mistake. Oh, masculine. But realization is the first step to making things right. So hopefully we shall see if you progress with your revelations, because you're sure been taking a long time. What your spirits are saying that you should be thinking about is asking for forgiveness in this situation, and forgiving yourself because you didn't know better than you know now in regards to things that you've learned because of this experience, the lessons that it was meant to teach you. And they want you to realize that because you're reflecting on things, it's showing growth on your part, and that is good. In regards to your behavior, your deceptive ways, wearing masks, hiding true intentions, hiding true feelings. So, let's see. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Wow. You got stanza. This is the disheveled room, because there's been some fighting, there's been some stuff going on in here. And this is about secrets being revealed, deceptions being revealed. And then you have λλΟΒÄ Señora, which is an older female, could be 40s, 50s. And this is also someone from your past, which is most likely the divine feminine. So they're saying that forgiveness, this is what you're needing to do. Reveal your lies and deception and your secrets to your divine feminine. Show that you've grown. Jealousy. You have Kaza. Jealousy. You have µ. Kaza. Living situations. Deception involving living situations. And µ means traveling. Maybe the divine masculine moved away and he was deceptive in regards to that. Jealousy. And there needs to be some reflection or some discovery within you on how to do that so that you can persevere. I don't know what the hell is this, buses or something outside? First we should wait till they go by. Really, dude? Really? Oh, Lord. Be able to persevere through this revelation that you need to make. La donna di servizio. This is the servant or someone who's a helper, someone who is helpful to you, or who was there for you. Allegrezza al cuore. This is lightheartedness, and this is also could be, you know, three-party situations, revealing about a third-party situation, or reflect on a way to reveal what you've learned so that you can ask for forgiveness and move forward to be together with your divine feminine and persevere and have celebrations because you're reunited with a person who you feel is your, like, confidant, your companion. You got a lot going on there, masculine. And how you're feeling. You have released your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. This again, releasing yourself from the situation that you're in so that you can be with your divine feminine, releasing negative behaviors, thought patterns, anything within you that's holding you back. Try to work on rectifying the situation so that the two of you can release the past and move forward. Because this is true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So you're needing to release yourself from certain things in order to have this true love. And also, again, it means releasing things about yourself that need to go. Especially lies and deception. And what the universe is recommending how you feel is they want you to make the effort. Because great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And they want you to heal family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Again, we know what this is, people. Healing those childhood wounds. Forgiving your parents because they too were here for their own lessons. They were part of your soul group. They served a purpose. Just as all the experiences you've gone through have served a purpose, just as this relationship served a purpose. And if we want forgiveness, we have to also be willing to forgive. And a big part of the ascension process and a big part of healing ourselves is being willing to forgive those who have hurt us. Because within it somewhere, there was a lesson. Within it somewhere, they played a role in making us become better. If that's the route that we choose, you either become better or you become bitter. And they want you to heal yourself, heal this relationship, and make the effort. Now, what might be blocking you is patience, a block or a challenge for you. Dark-haired woman. This is somebody who's obviously hurt. Happiness. And the Master. So a block for you is thinking you got all the time in the world, maybe, and time's running out, or waiting for people to heal. Patience, having patience for the sorrow that she feels to turn around. Yep, that's right, people. It did it again. 10 minutes into an hour video, well, not an hour, but 52 minutes, 10 minutes in, the sound cut off. But something told me to make sure I check it before I take these cards off. So I have to do the whole thing, well, 40 minutes of it, all over again. We left off down here, so as you see, there's still all of this that we have to recap one more time. Oh, I definitely got to hit the Best Buy tomorrow because this cannot continue. It's wasted time, wasted efforts, wasted good messages, because again, who's to say you're going to channel the same words? But anyway, we left off here with patience. Dark-haired woman. Happiness. The Master. So this is the challenge or obstacle for you. The challenge could be, you know, waiting for this person here who's obviously upset to find happiness with them again, involving, you know, whatever's going to be resolved, and to be able to master oneself to kind of aid in this situation, possibly. And then I had pulled for the Master, I don't know if it was the Master or Patience. Oh, see what I mean? You had Desperado per Jealousía. This is Despair. Gran Signore. This is you. And then La de Graza. I'm sorry, I'm not even holding these cards up. I forgot. You haven't seen them yet. Despair per Jealousía, Gran Signore. La Graza. It's like to change or to make something light. You know, someone's foolish choices. And you had La Lettera, which is like the love letter. So again, it's your challenge or obstacle is being able to express your feelings in the letter about your foolish choices and how you want things to change and how you've been in despair and, you know, or you've you know, been feeling distraught over what's transpired here, you know, based in your thinking, trying to be like this dude with your feather in your cap. You know, it's to master yourself to be able to communicate all of this. And then this is how to move through this, though. You had stop, look, and listen. Spiritual. So they want you to pay attention to something that has to do with your spiritual path, and this is La Fidelta, which is fidelity, faithfulness, a union of some sort, a relationship. one based in lies and deception, falsita, donna maritata, the married lady. So they're wanting you to pay attention to some relationship or marriage that you are in that is based in lies and deception. And once you look at that, that's how you'll be able to move through this block of, you know, not expressing yourself or not coming to, you know, terms with what you need to come to terms with within yourself so that you can have happiness. You know, so this can be turned around. But you're needing to master yourself and reflect on, you know, what's been going on here, what you've been doing. And they're telling you that with the spiritual card, like you're in either you're in a marriage that is based in lies and deception, and that you're needing to pay attention to that, what your motives are for being in that, and how you need to get out of that because you got release your ex here, so you're needing to release yourself from this situation so that the challenge could be removed from this situation, which is probably having to do with the divine feminine. And your advice was cuddles. Meet Fluff. She is patiently waiting for you to stop your super important get-it-done task and give her lots of love. She assures you that her fur is a cloud of softness that will melt all your thoughts away. Little Fluff is all about savoring the experience of being alive in your body. Time to disconnect from the digital world and reconnect to the lush, tactile world instead. Stretch like a cat until you quiver. Feel the air on your skin and the earth under your paws. Cuddle in with this kitty and feel her purrs awaken your heart. So I guess the universe is telling you to wrap this up because she is patiently waiting for you. Cuddles, which I guess is your feminine, but you're having to deal with something over here. You're needing to address a situation that maybe you're still not addressing yet. You're just all in your head, but you haven't really made any moves as far as doing what you need to do. Again, you're still sitting in the thoughts. And again, as you can see, dear, the universe sees all. Everything you think, everything you feel, everything you do is being watched. And isn't that a little freaky? In and of itself, I think of that like every day. Like, every thought that I have is not my own. Just think about that for a minute. Anything that you think, they know. Everything that you do. So that's why when you lie and you cheat and you do all this stuff that you think you're getting away with here, you aren't getting away with anything. That's all going on your roster. That's your karma. That's the stuff that you're racking on that you're going to have to shed off in order to ascend. That's why this reflective work, checking ourselves, checking our own thoughts and behaviors, patterns of behaviors, where that all comes from, healing all of that stuff, that helps you clear that karma. That helps you ascend higher by healing yourself, by investing in yourself. And when you stay stagnant and you stay just in your thoughts and you're staying in lies and stuff, thinking you have masks up and nobody knows, the ones that need that, I would say on the need to know, no. And it's all being taken into account. And of course, they're rooting for you. They're hoping you get it. They're hoping you overcome these challenges that you signed up for. And you came in here and checked off those classes. It says, I want to take this one and that one and that one. So that way, if I can pass them, then I ascend higher. And they're always rooting for you. And they're always like, oh, I'm sure they always feel bad too when they see you doing the same old stuff. Well, you just don't get it. You know, but they're always rooting you on, cheering you on. But you got to know that nothing you think, say, or do goes unnoticed. It's all being taken into account. That's why they keep trying to reiterate to you as a twin flame who needs to heal this stuff and get on your divine path so that you can ascend Because you're either an old soul that's been down this road so many times, this is your opportunity to get out of here. Or you're an evolved being that has completely forgotten who you are, and you came and descended down here for the human experience, and you're stuck in all the humanness, all the karma, all the conditioning. And you're trying to find your light. You're trying to, but you're still, that ego is holding you prisoner. It's not letting you just rip that Band-Aid off, to free yourself, to liberate your soul, to shed all those things that are not serving you anymore. And lies and deception is so bad. Not just for you, but for other people that are involved. When you're in relationships, you got to understand that your actions, your behaviors, whatever, don't just affect you. It isn't just about you, Grand Signore. You have to take that into account. And I think you're reflecting all that. You have regrets. You feel bad. You're holding in all these emotions and all these things you want to express. And again, it's like you're holding yourself prisoner because you're not doing what you need to do. Because you're fearing what awaits you. You're fearing true love. You're fearing letting go of those security blankets that you've held on to your whole life to protect yourself. You're afraid to heal yourself because you're afraid to step into the unknown. Because when you become self-aware, you can't go back. When you ascend to a higher vibration and you know better, you can't go back. So to accept that and be willing to move forward and take on that new responsibility of self-awareness, that my actions affect not just me, and it isn't just about me, and you look at things in a broader sense, it makes you have to be more responsible. And sometimes people don't want to be responsible for themselves. They just want to stay stuck. But this is your moment to not be like this anymore in your life. And to have this with somebody who's truly meant to be with you. And that's your divine feminine. It's the other half of your soul. So you have to make a choice. It's either the karmic cycle or destiny. Healing or, karma. This is your moment. And then we had what the feminine was thinking. Well, she's got some clarity. And she's feeling like everything's looking good. New beginnings. So, maybe she's just hopeful that she's going to have some new beginnings on her own. Maybe she's found some newfound self-respect, self-empowerment, self-love, and she's ready to go get it for herself even. Or some of you could be, intuitively picking up on that this is going, plus too, if you're watching the videos, you kind of, what's going on here. So you're finally becoming a little bit optimistic in regards to things happening. But again, you're just like waiting for this person here to still make the effort. And then you had over here how you should be thinking is wealth. Well, they're co-signing on that good fortune. And then you have greed. And you have the lady, which is like using your intuition. And this is like getting what you want. In regards to, the scandal that happened here, that there's now going to be peace. And then you had Fortuna, which is things turning around for the better. For you, Jovine Fanchula, feeling like a new lady after so long, or feeling imprisoned. So you're wanting to have a new outlook, and the universe is encouraging you to have a new outlook as well. And how you're feeling is reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So again, feminine is waiting. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. She's waiting to hear this revelation. And how she should feel is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And then you had retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So that's the two of you going off and getting to know each other again. Sharing how you feel. Because it's true loves, dear. And then what was a block or challenge for her was fair gray-haired man, which is the masculine, stepping into his maturity. And the challenge is choosing you, the one he's away from, or choosing the one he's with. Because you also have love. So your challenge or obstacle is him making the choice. As he's still sitting there, not making the choice. And the universe is telling him, pay attention to your falsita marriage. You need to get out of that. Release it. Make the effort over here. And then how she can move forward or through this challenge is victory, secrets, judgment. And I said, well, what's the secret? And then it was bb, someone who's in despair, sad, heartbroken over somebody who was thieving, lying, sneaking out, double dipping, cheating, snuck off. Dyscrasia, it's an unfortunate event. You know, something looks pretty unfortunate to me. They're saying to look to the future. Because here he comes. He's coming back. That somebody's made a choice, or someone's revealing some secrets. Then we had, your kitty card, which was freedom. Meet Lucy. She is awake even in her dreams. One of her favorite things to do is fly in a lucid dream. It is the most natural, free, and expansive feeling. You can go up to outer space, imaginary lands, deep under the sea, to top off Mount Everest, even through the earth itself, propelled simply by the power of your mind and your will. This little kitty is calling you to embrace that unbound freedom of flight and dreams. What is your wildest dream, your craziest, most heart-expanding, joy-filled plan A? If you were completely free, what would you do? So this is, embracing your freedom, girls. Because soon, somebody might be coming, hey, how you doing? How you been? I talked to you for a few minutes. I have some regrets. But just realizing that no matter what, you're free to choose your own path, your own destiny. Do you. Enjoy your freedom that you have now. Again, focus on yourself in the meantime. And remain lighthearted in that sense. Like, don't be so much over here. And what was and then you got children. You knew this was coming out, especially if you had healing family issues. Your love life is being affected by children. So again, this childhood wounding is affecting people's behaviors. And then you have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. But they're telling you that if you address those wounds, you will ascend higher. And your relationship can ascend higher. Because you're loving yourself to put in the work. So if you're loving yourself, you're loving your twin. And then you have giving and receiving. I balance being generous and receptive because both are equally important. It's about give and take, 50-50. Not the runner and the chaser, or the person who's, giving, and the other one's throwing a few crumbs. It's got to be balanced. If you do come back together, remember it has to be balanced. No more codependent kind of stuff. And they want you to remain optimistic. I expect good things to happen, and they do. So think positively. I said, embrace your freedom. Look at this. Look at this kitty. Right? Just happy no matter what. It's like, wee. And then you had here. Look at this. Imagination. This is for you both. Meet Zed. He might not look like your ordinary house cat, but in fact, he is one. He doesn't come from outer space or from a far-off land. He lives just around the corner. He is the maker of his own kittyverse. He is constantly recreating himself to mirror the infinite possibilities of his imagination. Today, he is purple and green, but tomorrow he might be made of flowers, and the next day he might have stars for eyes. We are all in a constant state of becoming. We don't need to always stick with the familiar, A, B, and C. Sometimes we can reach for Z. See this? They are encouraging you. Out with the old. It's time to reinvent yourself. It's time to change your life, who you've been so far. Release those things that no longer serve you, that have been holding you back. Embrace the infinite possibilities. It says we're in a constant state of becoming. It's always living and learning. So, and pain's our greatest teacher. Pain and regret. This relationship was meant to teach you both something about yourselves. And it's important to learn those lessons, heal those things, so that you can get together and have a better time than the next round, hopefully. But you have to be aware. It's constantly working on yourself, constantly holding up the mirror, not constantly holding up the mirror in the negative way, but just always with love, always with compassion, because you're there to help each other get rid of all this stuff. So look at each other as a support system, and not like rivals, nemesis, because you don't like that this person's always pointing out your stuff. It's like they're pointing out your stuff because it's stuff that needs to be healed. It's all for love, and the more you love yourself and work on yourself, like I said, the better this relationship is. People don't have to hold up mirrors. Then we pulled the Rooney card, which was from nothing to everything. So because I felt a lot of, I've been doing all the readings for the signs and a lot of the masculines. It's like the energy is so heavy because he's going through his stuff now. His dark night, his awakening. Feminine's kind of already gone through that. That's why she's kind of now like, you know what, I need to change my thinking. I need to just focus on me and healing and whatever and hope for the best. So her energy is shifting. But he's now feeling that like it's make it or break it time. I got to make a decision or I'm going to lose this person over here. So it's forcing him to grow. It's forcing him to look at himself. It's forcing him to deal with him when he's been avoiding him probably his whole life. And also having to face the music in regards to dealing with another person. Because maybe when he took off and went with this person here, he didn't really get to see the heartache that he caused here. But he's going to see it in this situation because it's in front of his face until he leaves. So he's afraid to face the music. He's afraid to face that. And then he's also got to come over here and ask for forgiveness. So he's in his stuff right now. But again, the universe is encouraging you. And that's why I felt I had to pull another one. As I said, we need something uplifting here. It just feels so heavy over here. And it says, "Oh, my friend, if you are longing to be written on, become a blank page. Have you been shedding your skins, your layers, your certainties? Gone are fixed identities and definite opinions. Keep casting those shackles aside, even if you fear you are releasing too much, and then perhaps you shall cease to exist. You shall only cease to exist as you have known yourself to be thus far. Another emanation of you awaits, blazing angel, something more beautiful and true. Yet here you are at the pruning stage, like a gardener for the soul. Shall the garden spring back to life, or will the enthusiastic denuding process be rather too much and unintentionally kill off the garden altogether? Fear not, your soul is made of hardy stuff. It can handle a lot of culling and will shine even brighter for it. There is a greater story to be impressed upon your essence than the one you are currently dreaming up. Though you are brilliant, no doubt about it, my angel of love, there is one who is even more so. The imagination of this greater writer is beyond our comprehension. The stories that pour forth from this cosmic poet in every moment are so rich they inspire the creation of art and music. One such story is especially created for you. Yes, you, with a starring role in all the best supporting cast. You shall gasp in wonder, awe, glee, and delight when you hear it. It is a great romance, a great adventure, with an ending truly spectacular and divine. Would you wish to hear it? Become attentive now. Put your own tales aside, as dramatic as they may seem right now, and prepare to be entranced by the greater storyteller, the living poet of love, as you are entranced in a tale of your unfolding divine destiny. There are moments on the path of love that seem to focus on letting go of identities, of knowledge and certainty, of opinion, and even attempts at control. We may feel as though we are being stripped back to our core, and even then, perhaps further still. We may wonder if we can bear it all. What shall, if at all, remain intact through these rigors? We may feel challenged every time we attempt to become something great, as though we are blocked by circumstances beyond our control. Again and again, it is as though a greater hand smacks our wrists the moment we try to take hold of something firmly, someone, anything that brings us certainty or inner stability. Such are the rigors at an advanced stage on the path. We meet this challenge when our soul is ready for it. Why must it be thus? This is a sage question indeed. When we are asked to dispense with our story, the interpretations we have given to our life experience over the years, we may not hear the request at first. We may vaguely note it, but not recognize the great divine source asking this of us. And so we do not give such an inclination due accord. We may persist with spinning our own tales instead. Oh, our mind may fancy itself to be a great wrangler of the word, impressed with its own judgments and declarations. Yet in the light of comparison with the divine tale for our soul, all our fancies shall pass away, revealed as so very frail, like clouds dissipating in the sky. Perhaps we are graced with the realization there is so much more, or perhaps we still don't get the hint and move into struggle as we try to enact what we think our story should be. We may hit obstacle after obstacle and create even more terror in our storytelling. That life is such a pain, a struggle, that success may not be for us, that we are forgotten and unheard. Yet we could equally choose to wonder if obstacle after obstacle, closed door after closed door, is just a prompt to look for the open window, to climb through. And if so, instead of seeking to impose our small story upon the great truth, we can live the truth of our divine destiny. Then something magical happens. We participate through presence, along with the unfolding story of our soul journey. We open up to whatever is asked of us, presented to us, happening through us, as we choose each day to come alive as much as we can. Then, as if by magic, there is something else that occurs. That would be grace, real, rich, dripping with goodness and sustenance grace. This is the sacred blessing that enables us to pay attention to opening doors rather than closing ones. The divine assistance that lets us know our life is proceeding according to a greater intelligence and plan. Once we stop thinking quite so much and live day to day, we will be blessed with the realization that our individual life story is so much more extraordinary and perfect than anything we could have summoned, even with our wildest imagination. This oracle comes with guidance for you. You may be asked to let go, to receive, to become empty, to be filled. This may mean letting go of attachment to a lover so you can receive genuine love. It may be of no longer holding on to a fantasy of your dream job, but of being guided into your most soulful and successful vocation. It may mean letting go of wishes for your body or health to be other than it is, so you can simply get on with living each day, taking steps into wellness without thinking beyond one day at a time. It is a divine paradox that when we are asked to surrender a story or fantasy, it is because reality is knocking at our door, more often than not with the delivery of what we have been fantasizing about, but in the best way for us. The human experience of this paradox is that you may feel you are giving up hope, that your fantasy is dying. It may be very painful and bring you much grief, but all that is dying is your attachment and opinion about how it must be. This needs to happen so you can stop dreaming and start living it. This is what is happening for you now. Do not fear any part of your process. Embrace it without expectation, with trust in your heart that the divine is simply guiding you from fantasy to fulfillment. And then you have the sacred honoring ritual. Place your hands in prayer and bow your head. Say aloud, I choose to trust in the great genius unfolding in my life. I give thanks for the blessings of grace now flowing into my heart. I have no need to know. I trust in the perfection of my being unfolding with innate intelligence and wisdom. Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, holds me in his protection, and I accept my destiny with a peaceful and trusting heart. Please help me to surrender the stories, attachments, fantasies, and fears that have held me back from living my heart's desires fully. I now choose unconditional trust in the loving genius of life to lead me into my fulfilled destiny now. So be it. So, my lovelies, again, it's the opportunity to transform yourselves into greater versions of yourselves and to have true love, to be with your divine other half, doing your mission together, ascending together, and getting out of stinking thinking or fears, worries, toxic relationships, toxic karmic cycles, not loving ourselves, not respecting ourselves, giving up. You know, it's about finding your light, hitting that rock bottom, finding your light to help you get out of it. That's what this dark night of the soul is about. This is about transformation, inner transformation. Letting go of things that are no good for us anymore. And not be fearful of what is good for us. Again, it's the struggle of the ego. It's the wanting to protect ourselves. It's that childhood stuff. You know, if you need to start going to therapy and talk to someone professionally, whatever you got to do to bring this healing about, go for it. Because it's going to help you in the long run to let go of that baggage. You know, and you'll feel so much lighter. And on that note, my lovelies, that'll be it for the daily drama. Until the next one. And also check out for the signs, the different signs. I've been posting them up. They should all be up by Friday. And also the monthly will be up and the weekly. I'm a busy bee. I'm a busy bee. by myself. So be patient with me too, lovelies. I'll do it when I can. I mean, I'm doing 7 videos a day now, and sitting in this chair, my neck, let me tell you. And especially when you have to do it again because the sound cuts off. And it takes a while to upload and all that. But be patient with me as well. I'm getting it all out for you. And again, if you'd like a personal reading, all the information is below. And I wish you well. I wish you love and light and healing. And I wish you luck in this situation. And take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, bye-bye.